Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is time for MarketStream's Strategy Now, and I have a super duper special guest. My name is Joe Cusick with the Cusick Group and securities offered by MoneyBlock, and my special guest is not my brother Matt. This guy's even cooler because I think finance should start not at my brother's age of over 40. It should start, how old are you, Pete?
8.
8! He's 8! Give me a high five, dude. Thanks for coming, man. All right, so Pete and I were talking because he came to my office and he said, Dad, I have all these quarters. He goes, and he counted them out, he put them out, he had $14 quarters, right? 14? That's a lot of money, isn't it? So then I thought, well, what a great opportunity to sit down with Pete and say, Pete, okay, you have $14. What do you want to buy?
An iPad.
You got an iPad, he says. That's awesome. So he has a goal. And I said, well, starting with $14, you have to work. And most people would say, go out and get a job and do your chores. But I thought, well, you know what? Let's start understanding who Pete is as far as a potential investor at 8. Let's get an idea of where his risk tolerances are. I know he'll work hard to earn that money. But I said, all right, Pete, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a deal. If you sit down today here at Strategy Now and we walk through a questionnaire that I walked through, Pete, I've walked through with grandma and grandpa and mom and your sisters, your older sisters, and clients. I walked through this, so I'm going to walk through today. And you know what's going to happen? You see this question mark right here? It says risk. It's going to give you a number, and it's going to tell you how much risk you're willing to take when you think about investment. So if you're really risky, or if you're really like, oh no, I want to play it safe, okay? Sound like fun? All right, let's do that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to launch it. Now, I'm going to start with an investment amount of $100 because that's what we're going to start with, Pete, right? We're going to try to get this to a point after investing where you'll be able to buy an iPad. All right? All right, let's start. You ready? Here we go. So I'm going to ask you a few quick questions for you, Peter. It even says, welcome, Peter. This is pretty cool, huh? All right, so here we go. We want to do other. Because what is your financial goal for this money? You know what it is? Type in iPad. Okay? And we're going to type in next. And then your financial status. Are you employed?
No.
Nah, you're a student. Do you have any major expenses that you know about? You know, well, yeah. You're going to buy an iPad, right? So you say, buy an iPad. All right, and iPads are pretty expensive, dude, right? All right, they're like $700, maybe even $1,000. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Okay, what year were you born?
2008.
2008. Was that a tough question?
No.
No. Okay. And when are you going to retire? How old are you going to be when you want to retire?
24.
24. Wow. All right. Well, we'll put in 24. Okay. But most people, they're looking at like 72 or maybe 65. But you have ambition. I like that. All right. So next, how much money do you have to invest? We're going to start with $100, right? You have your $14 that we have here, and I'm going to give you $86 more. So we're going to start with $100. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Of the $100 that you're going to have to invest, if you were to lose a certain amount, how much would make you feel like it is devastating? Like, oh, your stomach hurts. Like, of the $100, if you were lost, then how much?
Maybe like 68, 65, something over.
$65? If you lost $65, or that's 65% of $100, you'd be like, oh, my stomach hurts, right? Okay. All right, cool. So you only have $35 left, but you're like, okay. Now, what happens if I told you that your $100, you're guaranteed to have it be worth $110? Would you take that? Or would you be willing to risk the $65 to make $300?
I would wonder how I would get $300 if I lost 65%.
Well, you see, now you're asking the great question as an investor, right? How did that happen? But let's just say, for example, would you be willing to risk $65 to make $300?
Yes, I would.
You would. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Would you? Okay. Let's say I flip a coin. Okay. All right. I'm going to flip this coin. And let's say if I flip this coin and it comes up heads, you get $0. I take all your $100. But if I flip this coin and you get tails, you get $300. Would you do it?
Yes, I would.
Yes, you would. Okay. Now, what happens if you had if I said, all right, Pete, instead, okay, I flip the coin, right? Heads, you get 0. Tails, you get 300. But let's say, right now, what happens if I tell you, I'll give you $26 if you give me your $100? Would you take that over the flipping of the coin?
I would do the coin because then I wouldn't have that much money if I did that.
So you have the potential to make more by flipping the coin, but you also have more risk. This, you have no risk. You're going to guarantee to make $26, but you're willing to take that risk, huh? All right. Whoa. All right. Couple more questions. How about if I say that I'll guarantee you $34 for your $100 investment? Would you still do the coin toss where you could risk everything and have 0, or you could make 300?
Still, because that's more or less than 300.
All right, 34 is less than 300, but you're risking all $100. All right, let's get into the next question. What happens if you have a certainty of losing $22, right? For sure you're going to lose $22, right? Doesn't matter what you do. Or I say, all right, you flip the coin. If you get heads, you get 0. If you get tails, I'm going to give you $38. So you're basically flipping the coin, $0 or 38, or I'm going to guarantee you to lose $22. So then you only have $88 left. Which one would you do? Would you flip the coin, or would you take the certainty of losing money? For sure losing money.
Certainty of losing money.
You would?
Because then you would only have $38 and then...
Well, you make $38 here, but you're going to lose $22 here for sure. Now, you could lose everything, but you could make $38. Or you just lock in a loss of $22.
So, like, are you saying if I do tails, then I would get $38 more dollars?
Yep, exactly.
So then 138.
Correct. And if you got heads, you get 0. With this option here, if you choose this one, you're going to lose $22. So you'll only have $88 left. So which one would you do, A or B?
I would do B because all of the rest of them, tails, and you get more money than A, and heads, you would not get any money. So then if that wasn't there and this was there, then I would have to choose that.
Okay, so you're choosing B. All right, we're getting to the tail end of this. I know it's taking a little bit, but you've been great. 8 years old, everybody. 8 years old, and this is what he's doing. This is awesome. All right, let's say this option, A, you lose $18. Doesn't matter. But, again, we pull out our coin. You have a 50-50 opportunity. If you flip heads, you lose everything. But if you get tails, you get $38. Which one do you do, A or B? A, you're going to for sure, doesn't matter. The certainty of losing $18. So then you only have $82 left. Or B, you could make $138, but you could lose everything. Which one would you choose, A or B?
I would choose B because, like, certain of loss of 18, that's really close to 22. So then it's kind of like you're like losing 18 to 22.
Right, you're losing
like,
18. Yeah.
That's kind of really close to.
All right. Well, how about this? I guarantee that you're going to make $7, or would you flip the coin for an opportunity to make $138, but you could lose everything? You get heads, you lose everything. Tails, you make $138, or here, you make $107 for sure. Which one would you take?
I don't know. I don't know how to do the tails or the certain gain of seven.
So this just means, I'll say, Pete, Here is $7. You give me your 100, I'm giving you $7. You can't lose money. But on this one, if you flip the coin, if you get heads, I'm going to keep all your money. You don't get anything. You have zero. No iPad. But if you get tails, I'm going to give you $38, and then you'll have $138. Which one of these, A or B, do you like?
Still, I like B because then you get more money.
Okay. But are you taking on more risk?
Yes.
Okay. And you're willing. Oh, it's nice. You already get it. All right. Now, would you take $109 guaranteed, so you make $9 locked in, or would you again risk losing $16 if you get heads to make $38 if you get tails? So you could lock in $9 for sure. So you have 109, or you could chance, and if you get heads, you lose $16. So then you only have $84 left. Or if you get tails, you make 38, so then you have 138, and you're getting closer to your goal of buying the iPad. Which one would you take?
I would take A because then it's not any risk, and that's kind of like a good amount of money.
Oh, that's $9. That's right. 9% is a good amount of money. Okay, let's see. Drum roll. Oh, whoa! You're a 95 risk taker. You know what that means? That means from a level of 1 to 100, you're willing to take a lot of risk. Holy smokes. All right, so that means that for your $100, I'm going to put a portfolio together, and we're going to do this in the next segment, not today, okay? And I'm so proud. Give me 5. I'm so proud of you. If you put your $100 down with this risk profile number, you have basically, you're willing to risk $36 of your 100 to potentially make $50. All right? So you're risking 36% to make 51. All right? So next time what we'll do, does that feel like you? Do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that feels like me. I'm going to click it. And you know what? Thanks, Peter. There we go. Give me 5. All right, everybody. That's it for strategy. Now, this is how we sit down and we figure out what your risk tolerance is. Peter's figured out that he's willing to take on a lot of risk. Now, normally someone would go, no kidding, he's an 8-year-old kid. But Peter walked through something that really emotionally now he's prepared. He's understanding about risk and reward. And this is really important. And he's 8. Those of you that have never sat down and done this, come back, Jay Cusick at moneyblock.com. That's JCUSICK at moneyblock.com. And I can sit down and do what I just did with my 8-year-old son. You're on the road, buddy. iPad. All right. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Thanks for watching.